Lewis Hamilton just revealed something after the Miami Grand Prix that changes everything about Ferrari's race. The Tifosi arrived believing the turnaround had begun, armed with the grid's most aggressive upgrade package. But within 48 hours, the story shifted from celebration to confusion. Hamilton exposed a single decision, a measurable delay that cost Ferrari a podium. And here is what the paddock is not talking about. The SF26 showed genuine pace early, with sector 2 times matching the front runners. But tyre degradation climbed at 0.08 seconds per lap after lap 15, nearly double McLaren's rate. Hamilton felt the car come alive for a brief window, maybe 8 laps total, yet the strategic call did not come until that window closed. What no broadcast covered is this. So the real question is not why Ferrari finished 6th and 7th, it is why a team with this speed and talent still could not make the right call at the exact right moment. In Formula One, a correct decision made too late is still wrong. If nothing changes, the next time this moment arrives, the outcome will not change either. But here is where the story gets complicated. Ferrari brought 11 updates to Miami, and the paddock believed the SF26 had finally found its teeth. Floor edge sealing, beam wing adjustments, brake duct cooling, every change designed to unlock potential. Qualifying data looked promising, with sector 2 times suggesting a genuine step forward. But here is what the telemetry did not show until the race began. The SF26 gained 0.3 seconds in qualifying trim through Sector 2, but that advantage shrank to just 0.1 seconds with race fuel. Thermal modelling predicted a 15-lap peak, yet grip began fading after just 8 laps. McLaren's degradation stayed steady, while Ferrari's climbed sharply past a critical temperature. And that is where this story gets complicated. Hamilton's stint overlapped that narrow peak window, yet the strategic call did not arrive until grip had faded. Downforce efficiency dropped 4% when tyre cores exceeded 98 degrees Celsius, a threshold Ferrari underestimated. So, if the car had speed and the driver felt the moment, why wait for data confirmation? That hesitation is what the next part will break down. Lap 23 changed everything for Ferrari in Miami. Hamilton radioed that his balance felt good and tyres were in the working window. The gap to Leclerc stood at 1.2 seconds, while 4th place was 4.8 seconds away. This was the moment to attack. But the pit wall did not act. They waited, and the opportunity slipped away. Ferrari faced 2 clear options: swap positions immediately to maximize attack or wait for tyre trends to confirm. They chose to wait across 4 laps while the grip window closed. Mercedes executed an undercut with Antonelli on lap 24 that gained 3 positions instantly. Fred Vasseur admitted Ferrari needed to be quicker, but did not quantify the cost. The math says those 4 laps surrendered roughly 11 seconds. Those 11 seconds equal approximately 2 championship points, a margin that could decide 3rd place by season end. When a driver feels the car come alive and the team does not respond, trust erodes. Hamilton knew the window was closing, yet the pit wall waited for confirmation that arrived too late. This tension between instinct and calculation will define their championship fight, and that is exactly what the next section explores. Hamilton feels grip changes 2 to 3 laps before telemetry confirms them. This is not a data flaw, it is a fundamental gap between human instinct and machine measurement. Leclerc reported similar sensations, though his tone carried different weight. Both drivers sensed the car's brief peak, yet the pit wall waited for statistical certainty. But here is what no broadcast covered. Pirelli's tyre models carry plus or minus 0.2 seconds per lap variance, forcing strategists to demand higher confidence. Nico Rosberg states, "The best teams build strategy around driver instinct, not against it." Ferrari's decision trees require 95% confidence, a standard Hamilton's real-time feel cannot meet without corroboration. This is the part that changes everything. When Hamilton pushed for an immediate call, he asked the team to trust what he felt before numbers proved it. Ferrari chose caution, and caution cost track position. This dilemma is not unique to Maranello. Every team faces it. The difference lies in how they resolve it under pressure. And that resolution is what Mercedes and McLaren demonstrated, which is where this story turns next. Mercedes executed a perfect undercut with Antonelli in Miami. The decision came on lap 23, the stop on lap 24, and 3 positions were gained instantly. McLaren did something remarkable. Norris and Piastri followed a pre-race agreement that kept them focused forward, and both earned a podium. But here is what the paddock is not talking about. McLaren kept degradation at 0.04 seconds per lap through the middle stint, while Ferrari climbed to 0.08 seconds under identical conditions. Mercedes waits driver feedback in real time, blending instinct with data in a way Ferrari has not mastered. Pit stop times also favoured Mercedes at 2.3 seconds versus Ferrari's 2.8. Small margins become decisive over a race. McLaren's double podium earned 33 points in Miami, while Ferrari collected just 12. That 21-point swing defines championship battles. If Mercedes and McLaren executed flawlessly with similar machinery, what is different inside Ferrari's garage? The answer is not speed, it is process. And that process is what the next section uncovers, because Miami was not isolated. Ferrari has been here before. In 2018 at Germany, Vettel led on a drying track, yet the team waited too long to pit and a win vanished. In 2019 at Singapore, a strategy split created confusion and both finished off the podium. In 2023 at Monaco, hesitation during wet-to-dry transition cost victory. Same pattern, same result. Fred Vasseur inherited a decision-making culture that does not change overnight. Giorgio Ascanelli has spoken about how pressure amplifies existing decision latency within a team. Ferrari's average strategy call time stands at 4.2 laps, while Mercedes operates at 2.1. That difference is not small. It is an operational weakness rivals can exploit. And that is where this story gets complicated. If history guides us, the next critical moment will bring the same outcome unless something changes. Pattern recognition suggests Ferrari could lose winnable races without structural reform. Each hesitation compounds, each delay widens the championship gap. The question is no longer whether Ferrari has speed to win, but whether they have the process to convert it under pressure. And that is what the championship math reveals next. Ferrari collected just 12 points in Miami from a race they had pace to win. Had they executed when Hamilton felt the window open, third and fourth place was worth 27 points. That 15-point opportunity cost now sits between them and third in the constructors' standings. But here is what the paddock is not talking about. Ferrari trails McLaren by 28 points with 18 races remaining. To close that gap, they need 18.5 points per race versus their current 14.2. Hamilton's move makes this season critical, as the 2026 reset means momentum could define the next championship cycle. And that is where this story gets complicated. Ferrari will only act decisively if they institutionalize driver feedback into their decision threshold. That change is measurable and trackable from the very next race. When the window opens again, the question is whether they have the process to seize it. And that process is exactly what the final part of this story defines. Imola awaits Ferrari next, their home race, where pressure peaks and every decision echoes louder. The same scenarios will return, Hamilton will feel the car come alive, and the pit wall will face the same choice. But here is what the paddock is not talking about. Ferrari can fix this with a measurable standard. If a driver reports a window and the gap is under 0.5 seconds, execute within 1 lap. That standard is observable and trackable. Ferrari must reduce strategy call time from 4.2 laps to under 2.5 to match Mercedes and McLaren. Hamilton and Leclerc need clarity on priority structure to maximize points. Every hesitation now carries amplified cost as championship gaps widen. The real story was never about lap time, it was about trusting instinct when data lagged. In Formula One, the difference between a warning and a verdict is not what you say after the race. It is what you do the next time the window opens. Ferrari has speed, drivers and upgrades. Now they must prove they have the process to convert it into results under pressure. The next critical moment is coming. And when it arrives, everyone will watch to see if Ferrari finally chooses or loses another race trying not to.